no starts with multiple answers. Right? Let's start like that. Now I can start then in the Yoga Sutras, especially not in the Gita context, but in the Yoga Sutras context. The way they answer it is, let's start understanding who you are not. Yeah. So from this is a way of learning also. To learning from the way of so you ask a question what it is, and then you learn what it is based on what it is not. Yeah. So in this context, then the first hypothesis is, what are you? Am I my designations? No, I am not my designations. It can change. Am I my name? No, I am not my name. It can change. Am I my body? Doesn't feel like, because body keeps changing, but I am the same person. So I'm not the body. The biggest consciousness we have in our existence, majority of the people, is I'm this. Not just people, any entity actually. They all think this is them. And even an ant thinks it's the body. Right? So that's the foundational ignorance which we have. I'm this. And if you start intellectually analyzing it, you'll understand, no, I'm not this really. I'm beyond this. And then the next plane of existence is mind. Right? Then you start thinking, am I my mind then? Because body has a different existence from mind. Right? So when you sleep, for example, you are dreaming. Do you dream? Have you experience of not experience of dream? In your dream, perhaps you can create this whole setup, right? You are sitting in Bhakti Space. It's like a movie in Inception. What was it? You're sitting now in Bhakti Space. It's not really real. It's a dream, but you can very well dream when Nilambara is sitting. He's speaking something. Dilyara is here, Shane is here, Sarthak is here, Mihir is here, Yoga is recording something, Craig is sitting here, right? You can see this whole thing, but it's just you who are sleeping. How is it that this mind is just creating everything else? Right? It's just you. It's not that 10 people needs to sleep in the same place to get the dream of 10 people together. No, you're just one person. You're sleeping, but then you can create the whole setup. And you'll be exactly like how you're sitting there in the corner, with the your back supported by the wall. You could be experienced like that in the dream, right? So the question is, am I in my mind then? And then you understand, no, it's not just the mind. There's something which seems to be beyond mind, wherein there is a reasoning ability. I can reason myself, and that's where buddhi comes into picture. You can start reasoning whether you did this action. Was it right or wrong? And that's where buddhi starts playing. So that's the question then. So you can understand you are not the body with respect to mind. Only when you understand you have a mind which is separate from the body, you understand you are not the body. So with the frame of existence of mind, you understand you are not the body. With the frame of existence of intelligence, you understand, no, you are not the mind also. There is something beyond. With the frame of existence of ego, which is ahankara, you understand, no, you possess intelligence, right? Because it's ahankara which makes you think, I have intelligence. Yeah. So with respect with the frame of reference of ahankara, you understand you have buddhi. It's your buddhi. Right? It's an entity which you possess. Now with the frame of reference of atma, you understand you have ego. This whole idea of I, mine, where does it comes from? What is it really? So with the frame of reference of Atma, you understand, oh, there is something called as ego, which makes me think it's all mine. Right? Now to understand Atma, you need a different frame of reference then. Yeah. So until now you are using just one level below. So body you use mind as a reference, you understood you're not the body. Mind you use intelligence as a reference, so you're not the mind. Intelligence used the ego as a reference, you're not intelligence. Ego used Atma as a reference, you understood, okay, really not mine, but still I think, so this is what is ego, right? Ahankara. To understand yourself, you need a frame of reference then. Where is it? And that's where the super soul comes into picture. Right? So with reference to that, your Atma. With reference to Paramatma, your Atma. Right? And that's really experiential. Right? So Krishna, of course, gives a lot of characteristics of Atma. You know, it doesn't need food, you can't cut it, you can't, you know, it's basically existing all across, and really doesn't get hurt with whatever, and yeah, lots of characteristics. But then what it is for you to experience. And that realization happens simultaneously because you also then understood the frame of reference, Paramatma. So the reference point is also then realized, and you understand yourself. Right? The simple example is, if you have a mirror, you have a mirror in front of you, you want to see your face. You need what?
Eyes.
You need eyes and you need light. Right? If you just have eyes, it's not sufficient. You need light. Now, with reference to that light, you understood, yeah, this is what is you. If there is no light, there is nowhere. I may or may not recognize the light or appreciate the light, but only because there is light, I can see myself. So, this is a simple example to tell that the realization of Atma and Paramatma happens simultaneously. If you understand who you are, you also understand who is Krishna. It happens simultaneously. Because to understand yourself as Atma, you need a frame of reference, and that's coming from Paramatma. So with respect to that, you're just an insignificant, infinitesimal particle, but there is something which is infinite. So with respect to that, you're infinitesimal.
And is it correct that Krishna can only be understood if he wants you to understand?
Yes. So that's where the whole process comes into picture then. Yeah. That we are basically serving Krishna in Bhakti Yoga at least. Right? And the whole devotion, love, and all this process, different whatever we have as part of Bhakti Yoga, you're putting your efforts, and eventually it's on Krishna, whether he's pleased or not, to reveal himself. Right? And that's where Bhakti Yoga is a bit tricky process. It's not just your own endeavor. Right? There is somebody else who is also contributing equally. And in usual terms, a person who is doing Bhakti Yoga is not much concerned about when will Krishna do it. They're just happy serving. So, and whenever Krishna is pleased, whenever Krishna really wants you to get that experience, he will award that. So, who you are ultimately is a question you will keep pondering until you get realized. So, and that realization happens at the same time you understand who is Krishna also.
Wow. Very clear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.